SFRC Online.
Now that you've seen how to set up a tripod with a prism, I'm going to demonstrate how to set up a total station on a tripod. The practice is very similar, and so you'll see many similarities as with the prism. But I'll move a little bit quicker this time and pause only to show you the differences that the total station has when you're setting it up. And the first thing you want to do is set up the tripod, raising it up to about chest height. Center the tripod over the point as good as you can. Using two hands, remove the total station from its case and place it on top of the tripod. Again, keeping the corners of the tri-brack in line with the corners on the top of the tripod. You want to keep one hand on the total station while you reach under and secure the screw. Go ahead now and power on the total station. Total stations are different than an optical plummet, some total stations, in that they have what's called a laser plummet. So instead of looking through an eyepiece and trying to center it, the instrument actually shoots a laser down that produces the same effect. When you start up some total stations, sometimes they automatically start the laser. As you can see right now, the laser is on and it's pointed directly down to the ground. Now we're going to pick up the legs using only two legs and center it over the point. As a tip, if there's a lot of sunlight coming in, sometimes it may be hard to see the laser. You can adjust the strength of the laser using the instrument. A lot of times it's also helpful to have the sunlight is coming from this direction. Have another classmate stand in the direction of the sunlight to cast a shadow onto the point. This will allow the laser to shine very brightly. Once you've used the legs to put the laser over the point, you're going to stomp down the legs and secure them into the ground. Using the leveling screws, center the laser over the point and below. Once you're centered again, use two legs to do a rough level. Again, one at a time. This total station has a leveling bubble actually on top of it. Some still have the bubble actually that you can see right here on the tri-brack. Either one is okay, just as long as you're looking at one of the level bubbles. Once you have the instrument roughly leveled with that, you're now going to use the leveling screws to do a fine adjustment. As discussed in the previous video, using the two out front, turn them at the same time in opposite directions to go left or right. Use the one towards you to go front and back. This total station has a graphical display that you can see on either side. It has a display that shows you front to back and left to right. Using these guides and the guide in the center, use the leveling screws to make the adjustments. Once you have the instrument level, you now need to make sure that it's centered. Adjust or loosen the screw underneath, again keeping one hand on the instrument, and using both hands, slide it until it's center, and then retighten the screw. Then recheck your fine leveling. Once you've done the fine leveling again, you'll want to double check to make sure you're still centered over the point. Once you're level and once you're centered, you're ready to go.